Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to talk about Go. So recently I opened up my eyes for Go. I was a bit skeptical for a long while, but now I'm reading a book about Go and I'm starting to code with it and learning it, and I'm getting more and more, and I'm more and more starting to understand what makes Go into a great language. So here we have an article. What's so great about Go? Personally, what I like with Go is that it feels like a high-level language, but it is a low-level at the same time. So it uses a virtual machine that handles memory leaks and garbage collection, so you don't have to think about that. So it's not like in C where you need to care about your pointers and clean it up. But at the same time, it is low-level. It gets compiled to a binary, and that you can, everything is combined into one binary, so you have everything combined. And it is machine code, but it's still using a virtual machine inside that binary. So I think it's very cool how everything gets packaged into one binary, and it gets low-level speed, but you also have the ergonomics of a high-level language. So I think it's cool how they combine that. And I also think it's quite easy to learn. It's very similar to a low-level language. Like the syntax is very similar. They have the same kind of for loops and even like go-to statements, and you can have pointers to memory. But they have also like made it much more safe to use, and they have focused a lot on performance. So it will compile fast and run fast, and it's easy to spin up new threads, and it's very multi-threaded. I think it's very cool what they've been able to make. And here we have an article. What's so great about Go? We explore the traits that have led to the rising popularity of the Go programming language. To paraphrase the indie band Cracker, what the world needs now is another programming language like I need a hole in the head. That said, Go has slowly but surely inundated the development world like a creeping vine, covering everything that came before it in a lush and in many ways superior cover of programming power. With its growing popularity, there are a number of reasons you should take a closer look at it. I think there's some point here with, like a new language. You might be a bit skeptical, but I think Go actually comes with something new. We continue. The story goes that Google engineers designed Go while waiting for other programs to compile. Their frustration at the toolset forced them to rethink system programming from the ground up, creating a lean, mean, and compiled solution that allows for massive multi-threading, concurrency, and performance under pressure. Running Go on modern hardware, and even inside containers or on virtual machines, can be a real pleasure. Because Go was designed to run on multiple cores, it is built to support concurrency and scale as cores are added. Further, its multi-threading capabilities, most specifically its Go routines, are a surprising and welcome addition to your bag of tricks. And then it goes on to tell that Go was built for concurrency. We don't need to go into these details. And here, why should you learn Go? You've probably seen some tweets or blogs in recent years arguing that Go is better than Perl/Python/C, etc. We have all been using something. Heck, I even use command line PHP to do little things on our servers. Want to watch a log? Perl. Want to send our regular tweets? Python. Want to manage incoming data from thousands of concurrent users? Java or C++. Java or C++ was always your answer. So is Go better? Well, Go can do all of that. Go ensures that your toolbox is compilable across all platforms and on all hardware. It uses a surprisingly simple package management solution that just works and is extremely portable. You can easily replace your scripting language with Go, and your compiled language will definitely get a run for their money when stacked against Go solutions. And then it goes on to say that Go is built for software engineering today. Here's another subject. Go is simple. Go is fast. And if you just finish here by reading what's in there. Personally, I believe Go is the new Java. Many open source projects are now written in Go. In contrast, the older projects like Apache Kafka, Apache Hadoop, Apache Spark are written in Java. And these newer ones, Jaeger, Kubernetes, Docker, InfluxDB, Surf. Go is like chess or, well, the game of Go. It takes a moment to learn and a lifetime to master. Luckily, unlike chess, Go's difficulty goes down with experience, and soon you will be coding fast and furious programs in one of the world's most modern languages. And let's look at another article. The headline is, "What's the Go language really good for?" Famous for easy concurrency, Go has become the language of countless cloud-native projects, and now it's ramping up for AI-powered workloads. Here's everything you should know about Google's hit programming language, Go. And let's scroll down and read a little bit here. Go is small and simple. Go, or Golang as it's often called, was created by Google employees, chiefly long-time Unix guru and Google distinguished engineer Rob Pike. But it's not strictly speaking a Google project. Rather, Go is a community-developed open source project. And we can continue here. Go is meant to be easy to learn and straightforward to use with syntax that is simple to read and understand. So, and that I agree with. It's very similar to other programming languages. It doesn't introduce that much new. It just does a lot better, I think. Then here, Go does not have a large feature set, especially when compared to languages like C++. And I think that was an intention by them to make it compile fast. They have a limited scope of the language. Go syntax is reminiscent of C, making it relatively easy for long-time C developers to learn. So that's what I said. It's quite easy, I would say. A lot has been borrowed from C. That said, many features of Go, especially its concurrency and functional programming features, harken back to languages like Erlang. I think that's cool as well. As a C-like language for building and maintaining cross-platform enterprise applications of all sorts, Go has much in common with Java, and as a means for enabling rapid development of code that might run anywhere, you could draw a parallel between Go and Python, though the differences outweigh the similarities. And then we can go down here. It goes through the advantages of using the Go language. So Go is versatile, convenient, fast, portable. But let's read a bit about the headlines here. Go is versatile and convenient. Go has been compared to interpreted languages like Python in its ability to satisfy many common programming needs. Some of this functionality is built into the language itself, such as Go routines for concurrency. It says that Go is faster than many other languages. It says that Go performance is as good as C for the vast majority of work and generally much faster than other programming languages known for speed of development, including JavaScript, Python, and Ruby. So like these languages, they are quite high level and they have virtual machine, and if you do one simple operation, actually there's a lot of machine code going into that. But Go in comparison, it gets compiled to machine code, so it doesn't have all that abstraction that these sort of languages have. And then here it says Go is portable and interoperable. Executables created with the Go toolchain can stand alone with no default external dependencies. I think that's very convenient. So it's not like in Python where you need to install Python to be able to run a Python script. With Go, you can just compile a binary and give it to anybody, and they don't need to have anything pre-installed on their computer to be able to run the Go binary that you gave them. And then there is a part here with limitations of the Go language. One headline is Go omits many desirable language features, and I think this is intentional. So they have limited the scope of Go, so they don't want to add like everything. They want to keep the language a bit small, so they can keep like the simplicity and also fast compile times. So they don't want to have too much in the language. But one thing that I'm a bit missing, it's here, one thing Go omits that you will find in other languages is macros, commonly defined as the ability to generate program code at compile time. So that's quite popular in a lot of languages like metaprogramming. So you're like writing code that writes code. In Go, they don't have that. So it's a bit more bare bones. And I think it's quite cool what you can do in some other languages, and that you can extend the feature set of the language. But that's not really possible in Go, so that's one thing I'm missing. But yeah, like I said, they have intentionally kept the scope down of Go to make it simpler and faster to compile, and yeah, I can respect that as well. Here is another point. Go binaries are large. It says like a simple hello world program. It has the weight of 1.5 megabytes. So there is like some overhead of a Go binary, since it needs its virtual machine and logging and I think debugging things, and there are like some things that come along in that binary. It's not just writing hello world, and there are a lot more going into it. So sure, it's very noticeable when it's a small program that it's a lot of overhead for that small thing, but I think as you build a bigger program, that small part that is like the virtual machine, it's not as noticeable anymore. And if you compare this with other languages like Python or something like that, and if you need to install Python, that's a lot bigger than 1.5 megabyte. So I think it's a bit what you compare it with. I think this is very, very small compared to many other languages. Another point it says here is that Go's garbage collection is resource hungry. I think that also depends on what you compare with. Compared with like C, then obviously like it's resource hungry since C doesn't have any automatic memory management. But compared with other like Java, JavaScript, Python, and other high-level languages, I think Go is very good in comparison. So it depends on what you compare with. Here's another point: that Go doesn't have a standard GUI toolkit. So it doesn't seem like Go is that popular for writing GUI applications, more like command line tools and server backends. So I think you need to just pick the right programming language depending on what you want to do. I think for like a command line application, Go seems to be a very suitable language for that. And then here, last point, you shouldn't use Go for systems programming, and it's also due to the automatic memory management. When you're writing like Linux kernel code or something similar, when it's low level, maybe it runs on a machine or in a car or something, then you want to have very good control of the memory management when you do garbage collection and stuff like that. So you don't want any randomness. But I think it depends on what you compare it with. If it's like a website backend, and then this doesn't really matter. So you need to, as always, pick the right language for the right job. I think that was everything I had to share today. Please leave any comments if you are learning Go or if you know Go. It would be interesting to hear from more of you. What do you think about Go thus far? Like, what do you think about Go as a programming language? Do you enjoy writing code in it, or do you prefer any other language? I think Go is quite cool thus far, but I'm still like in the beginning phase of it. So I'm looking forward to learn more about it. I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.